Hey guys, what I do? It's your boy Supreme Uchiha the God, and today I'll be pitching to you a Teen Titans TV show. I know there's a Titans TV show, and I like the cast. I don't like the show. Obviously, also Raven is too young in real life to be with Beast Boy. And I need my Teen Titans to have that relationship because it's probably my favorite relationship in the Teen Titans and one of my favorite relationships in comics history. So it's something I would like to keep in my retelling of the story. But also, I think it should be fun because this Teen Titan show or Titan show is so goddamn gritty and dark for no goddamn reason. Like everything's trying to be Snyderverse, and that's my problem with a lot of DC's live action. It's all so dark for like no reason. I think Batman should feel different. I know Shazam is a lot brighter, but I feel like Dark Knight and Batman, anything Batman should be dark. That's fine, but stuff around him should have their own tones. And I think Teen Titans or the Titans TV show made itself too dark and too serious and too gritty. I think those moments, and I think that's what creates those moments and makes those moments better, is essentially what the fact that it's not always dark. You know what I'm saying? If it's always dark, then it's hard to feel extra tension for those moments. People enjoy seeing these characters have fun. Like I grew up on one of the, I think it was the 1998 to 2006 run or 2001, 2008 run. I'm not too sure the exact date, but it was that long ass run in Teen Titans. That's the one that like really got me into Teen Titans. You know what I mean? So for me, that's kind of where I be taking a lot of my inspiration from. I want these guys to already be friends. I'm not going to start the show with them meeting and an introduction and da 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 da. I want that to be discovered throughout the show, and that's what's going to bring up some drama, some problems, some things. I want that shit to be like a multiple season show. I want them to start like they've already been heroing together for a few months. They're not, fully there yet. You know what I'm saying? Robin isn't fully leader yet. They're kind of slightly sloppy, but they're friends, right? The important thing is that they're friends. And I want to establish, especially key friendships. They're not all together in a relationship at season one, no, but they're already, living together. I think that takes away a lot of baggage. I think starting the intro and them meeting and da 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 da, it just creates so many. Not every member. I'm gonna have maybe like 3-4 members, and some members join later, and that's what changes the dynamics and stuff like that. But not all of them are there immediately. I'm going to have Raven and Starfire join later, right? Because that's going to heavily change the dynamics of the group. I'm also going to have Cyborg join later, right? Because I'm going to have him still be with the Doom Patrol. But I'm going to have Beast Boy, I'm going to have Kid Flash, and I'm going to have Robin. That's going to be the original crew. That's going to be the starting point. And I think having Donna Troy is fine, maybe to balance out the male and female counterpart. But instead, I'm actually going to have Solus, right? She's kind of a newer one. She's not quite as well known or as popular. But I feel like we have enough kids with Kid Flash and Robin that have direct, direct, goddamn, what you call it, they were psychics. That were psychics. I don't want everybody to have been a psychic. You know what I'm saying? I think them two should have the slight chip on their shoulder, especially Robin. And I think that would create a nice dynamic, because if everybody had a fucking, you know what I'm saying, a superior or whatever, it's a bit, whatever. I think I'm going to also bring some of the Young Justice characters, because I feel like some of the characters introduced there are sensational, and I think the show could mix it up nicely. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I'm going to do it. So I suppose I'm going to say my cast for season 1, and I'm going to keep it fairly tame to the main cast. Superboy will join in maybe season 2, maybe season 3. In fact, Superboy will join later seasons, and he will take over. I will have Robin leave by season 3, end of season 3. And I'll have, Beast Boy, I think, will stay. I'll have Cyborg leave as well by maybe season 4. You know what I'm saying? So the plan would be to have these characters join the Justice League or be the new Justice League. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have the mentors grow and get old and retire, and that you're going to have that, because the plan is to have a really long running TV show. So you need a very young cast for this. It should all be about, because just for easier purposes of things happening. Youngest character, kid actor should be 16. I think if you look at like Stranger Things, they're pretty young, but they kiss, they do this, they do that. They have great character representation and da 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 da, and they're good actors. So, and they even started the show way younger, at like 12, 13 type shit. So I think 16, 15 is about the age I'm going to say the youngest character is, and that will go to Garfield, and that will go to Raven. And then we'll have somebody like Dick Grayson be 18 to 17. So that way he's been Robin for a few years already, and he feels like he's kind of sick of being Robin, and he moves away. So maybe him 17, maybe 18 even, so that he can do a few more things. So maybe have him at 18, and then you can have somebody like Miss Martian again. Maybe her joins at season. Should I have Miss Martian? That's the thing. I like Miss Martian, but should I have Miss Martian? That's the you know what I'm saying. So the characters is probably be the hardest thing, but we'll figure it out as we go. Zatanna, I will definitely have Zatanna because again dynamics. And let me see. Let me just go through the characters first that I want. You know what I'm saying? I'll have. Should I have Black Canary? I think I'll have Black Canary as a side character. She will never join, but I'll have her as a side character. Static Shock. I think he'll be with the new gen. I'll have him with Superboy and and Bart Allen and some of those guys. We're going to have Kid Flash not die necessarily, but he's gonna go through a different type of storyline. He's going to. I'm actually going to have him, instead of him dying, he's going to join. What you call it? What you call the Justice League in the future? Do you know them kid Justice League? There was that Superman show. Wait, Superman. I hope you'll know the one I'm on about. An animated show in the future. I'm googling this live, like, what I'm saying. My Adventures with Superman. No, it's Legion of Superheroes. I'm going to have Kid Flash join the Legion of Superhero because he tries to save the team and he runs too fast and he ends up in the future. And that's and then have that show happening as well. That's the idea. I think this is how I'd create like a TV universe. I'd keep it in TV, maybe the occasional movie, but I want to focus on the TV series for this purpose. I'm not going to have them have mentors at the start, but when like things start getting serious and stuff like that, you're going to have people like Batman and stuff like that show up and be like, yo, like, what I'm saying, like, y'all gotta run properly, like, as a team, because otherwise they're going to have their own road galleries. They're going to be in their own city. Make up a city. They're going to be in their own city, where there's not really a lot of superheroes and there's not really a lot of crimes at the start, but and it's going to be the city that Raven is from. Whatever city Raven is from, we're going to make that up, and that's what it's going to be Raven's from, and all her stuff starts happening, and that's and basically that's how you get Raven in the team. But it's not going to be immediately Trigon. It's going to be like Trigon's minions and little things like that. And it's not going to be super demonic. It's going to be more like, she's escaping the church and da-da-da-da-da and all that jazz. You know what I mean? Who else do I want in the cast? There's one person missing here? I'm looking at the cast here for the Young Justice. And for some strange reason, you know what I'm saying, one of my favorite characters is missing. Aqualad. Why is Aqualad not there? I like Aqualad. So Aqualad is going to be, again, he's going to be maybe a season 5 introduction. You know what I'm saying? Again, I want this show to last many years, so I don't want every character just introduced. So I suppose let me go back. Let me just focus on season 1. Right, we're gonna focus on season 1. So season 1, and maybe I'll talk about season 2 another time fully. So season 1 protagonists or characters, right? We're gonna have Wally West's Flash, who's going to become main Flash. Actually, after he goes to the future and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna come back. And he's going to be a main Flash, but that's going to be maybe a separate thing. But so that's how his story ends for the Teen Titans. You know what I'm saying? He goes into the future, but they think he's dead. So we're gonna have Wally West, Dick Grayson. We're going to have Beast Boy. We're going to have Cyborg. And then again in season one as well, we're going to have what's her name? How am I forgetting? Raven. I said Raven, right? Raven. Okay, Starfire. We're going to have Starfire. And I'm going to add one more female character. Right? Because right now we have Robin, Beast Boy, Cyborg, Raven, Wally West, and Starfire. So that's two females and like five guys, right? Or four guys. Is it four guys? My math is so trash, but something like that. So I'm going to add one more female character. So I will, to complete this, I will choose. I like Artemis too, but I don't want another sidekick at the same time. So Artemis maybe can come another season. I'm going to have Zatanna. No, Zatanna I said is going to be. Oh, I said that Black. I think I said Black Canary is going to be the one coming in and out. So I'm going to have Zatanna. I know her and Raven kind of share similar things, so maybe I should have Bumblebee instead. That's a tough one. So okay, I'm going to say whoever I choose isn't that important because it's going to focus on the main guys. You know who the main guys are. It's going to focus on them. But I'm gonna say I'm gonna say Bumblebee. Yeah. Should I have Static, bro? Static would be so dope. But I want Static to be a main character in his own one, and I want Wonder Girl eventually to be, a main character as well. So I'm going to actually just skip it and say, okay, we're gonna have Zatanna, but Black Canary. Actually, Black Canary, and she's going to leave after season one. Black Canary, she's going to leave after season one, and we're going to have side characters like Batgirl around, because she's relevant. So we're going to have Batgirl around, and we're going to have Miss Martian around a little bit as well. She won't be a mainstay, but we're going to have Manhunter introduce them to her, and she's going to hang out with them sometimes because we're going to need a group of friends as well. We're going to need some drama. So it's mainly going to be a drama. It's going to be more Seinen than anything. It's going to be an action drama, but it's going to be mainly a drama. I want drama to be the focus here. So you meet a group of friends. So mainly I'm going to say the three boys, which is Wally West, Beast Boy, and Grayson and Robin, right? Them three. They're together in a house. And let's call the city. What city are they in the comic actually again? Teen Titans main city. I haven't read a Teen Titans in quite a while. Jump City. Boom. Let's go. Jump City. So they're in Jump City and they don't have the Titan Tower yet. They're not going to get the Titan Tower until like maybe let's say halfway through the season when they have more members and more people coming in and out. So we're going to have them in Jump City, and they live in a mansion, a nice big mansion out in like an island somewhere, or near the city, but like just off it. And that's where they be at. And the three boys are like they've been heroing, and they feel like they're the shit. They feel like they're the absolute bee's knees, bro. You know what I'm saying? And they're friends. They go out. They have fun. I want it to be like that type of show. They have fun. They eat pizzas. It's kind of like, do you remember the original Teen Titans animated series where those episodes where they just go out to eat in the park? Yes, they might get attacked and stuff, but like they're doing these type of things, and then they hear about what's happening with like weird happenings in the city, some dark energy, and they're researching it and searching it. And Raven maybe joins the team in like episode 3 or 4. And then episode, let's say 5 and 6. Let's say it's 12-episode season. Episode 5 and 6 is when Beast Boy is like, yo, I have a homie like that's like super cool. You know what I'm saying? And he'd love to join us type shit. Mainly, yeah, we're gonna say that. And he fucks off for like an episode or two, and he goes to and comes back with Cyborg. And then we're going to have, and it's going to be a very rotating squad. I like a rotating squad because I think it's more interesting that way. And that way they can come in and out, like, they come like season 2 and 3, let's say, when some of the main characters leave, other people come through, like Blue Beetle and all them, they'll all play a role eventually. And then let's say Starfire. Actually, Starfire should be the first person that joins outside of the main trio I named, because let's say they episode 1, in fact, there was some kind of crash outside the city, and obviously the FBI and stuff like that is there, and the Titans show up, and they do their own investigation in secret, and they track down Starfire, and they actually get in a fight against Starfire, and they're getting their ass whooped. Now, obviously, Wally got this speed, but he's trying not to hurt her at the same time, so he's not going all out. And they get their ass beat, and in episode 2, they discover, oh, she cool, da 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 da, and she speaks the language because she's from a high tech society, and she has like an automatic translator. You know what I'm saying? But first communication is a bit iffy, but boom, she speaks the language, and she's also like a princess, so like that's going to play a role as well in like season 2, maybe even season 1, that they're looking for her. That's actually great, season 1, because they're looking for her for escaping. So you're gonna have kind of the Raven story and her story happening at the same time. So they're the main drivers of the story. I think that's a cool idea. And Raven's arc lasts for like 2-3 seasons, while I would say Starfire's one lasts the first season. The conclusion is her being allowed to stay on Earth. You know what I'm saying? So I want it to be like a big world, you know what I'm saying? But I want it to be focused on these kids trying to be kids and heroes at the same time. I think a lot of these shows lose that aspect of it, where it's like, these are kids, these are people that try to have fun and live their lives as well. Then, basically, yeah, so Starfire joins, then, mysterious things are happening. They find Raven, and she is using her powers in a school. She kind of loses control a little bit, and they pull up to the school, and everybody's like fucking losing it. I don't know if you read the recent Raven comic that she had. It's pretty good. But basically, she loses her control a little bit. But so we're going to say she uses her empath powers on everyone in the school by accident type shit, and so that's when the Teen Titans pull up, and they basically stop her, and then they discover little things about her slowly. Her story is gonna be drip fed, you know what I'm saying, because she's very closed, and that's where her relationship with Beast Boy formulates from, her being so closed and him being so open, you know what I'm saying, and them being such opposites in that way, and that's what kind of drives the relationship, and you don't really get that fully forming until like season 2. Starfire and Robin kind of just kick it from the jump, like they kind of attracted to each other pretty quickly, because it's Dick Grayson. He's literally like the most attractive person in the DC universe, and one of the most attractive people in all of fiction, so automatically they're attractive. But because Raven is so closed, that's not something she cares about like that, you know what I'm saying? And Raven is going to be like, try to be a person, but you're also going to get flashbacks of her in those school days. You're going to get flashbacks of her like that. You're going to get flashbacks of Starfire in her civilization and why she left and stuff like that. And again, this is going to be drip fed throughout the season, so that when you come to the conclusion, you have a full understanding of what happened and why. You're going to discover the key things with the same time as the characters, but you're going to discover some of the stuff without the other characters. And same thing with Raven. You're going to discover some of her things, like sometimes she's in a room and the camera goes in there and she's meditating, and it goes to her mind, and we're seeing her going through memories. You know what I'm saying? And you see little things and little details and little flashes and stuff like that. And Beast Boy is going to be the one that's going to take her out of her cocoon. You know what I'm saying? I think Beast Boy and Raven should be there for at least 3 seasons together. And maybe they start dating in like season 3 or 4. I think Beast Boy and Raven I'm going to keep in the Teen Titans for the whole thing. They're going to be like the glue of the team. They're going to be what keeps it together. You know what I'm saying? Raven's going to take on like a more leadership role, and Beast Boy is going to take like a mentor role. You know what I'm saying? And since they're the youngest as well, they have the longest time to be there. I think that's going to be cool. And then eventually, when the cast is big enough, you're going to subsect it to, Teen Titans West and Teen Titans East and the main Teen Titans, and you can have like 2 different concurring shows. You know what I'm saying? something like that. But yeah, season one, that's what's going to happen. And then there's still Zatanna. So Zatanna, maybe we're going to have Zatanna actually be there with the main trio at the start. We're going to have Zatanna be there, and she's kind of like a boys girl at the start, but Starfire's already there. How do you introduce Zatanna? I do want one more female character here. Um, Zatanna. Okay, Grayson is going to. Should I say Black Canary? Yeah, yeah. Okay, so Grayson is going to talk to Batgirl. You know what I'm saying? One of the episodes, Grayson's going to talk to Batgirl. He's going to fuck off, go talk to Batgirl about Raven, and like, oh yeah, there's this magic person, da 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 da. And then Batgirl is going to talk to Zatanna and Black Canary and da 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 da. And Zatanna joins them for that season in order to help them with Raven. So she joins kind of around the same time as Raven does. Because she's aware of magic and stuff like that, and she kind of helps Raven, and so them two become super close friends because she helps Raven. And then obviously Batgirl is going to be visiting throughout most of the seasons that Grayson is there, and after for Raven and for Zatanna and for other characters. And Grayson's obviously going to be visiting up and down as well, even when he joins the Justice League and stuff like that. I'm going to have him eventually be the leader of Justice League at the very end of it. That's kind of like the ultimate goal. But let's focus on season one. It's very hard to not for me to not outgo and spread my wings and talk about what I'm thinking of in the future and stuff like that. Yeah, and then that's what's going to happen. That's how it's going to be. Am I missing any major thing? Zatanna's going to be there, and then the villains for season one is mainly going to be low level criminals in the city. So maybe we'll say that there's a criminal faction. In terms of Slade is going to be the leader of this criminal faction, but the Titans don't know this yet. I'm also going to have the Court of Owls play a role here. I think the Court of Owls will be cool, but again, they're going to be like a long-term storyline. They're going to be there until the last season of Grayson, so there's going to be multiple stories playing at the same time. And you can branch off the stories, you know what I mean? So if, let's say, for example, to season 3 or 4, whenever Grayson leaves, that Owl storyline or Court of Owl storyline, discover more information. He leaves the group in order to solve it, and that's the beginning of the Nightwing show. You know what I'm saying? And that lasts for however long it needs to. So that's the plan. The idea is that like you have a lot of things happening, but the main things focused on here is to do with all of them, or to do, for season 1 is to do with Starfire and Raven. And then in between that, you can have like Beast Boy trying to find out how he became a beast. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to find out his backstory. His story is also going to play out toward a few seasons. And you have all these stories happening simultaneously. And then, for each season, the conclusion is solving one problem. And then the next season, you already started other problems and solving that problem. And the next season, you already started other problems, solving that problem. So that's kind of how I want to build it. So if season 1, we're going to solve pretty much all of Starfire in season 1. That's the main focus there. You're going to have the Slade situation happening in the background, and they're going to stop one of his main lines. Of course, we're going to say that he sells guns to the city. He runs like a syndicate. You know what I'm saying? He's in charge of a lot of shit. He deals with assassinations, and a lot of major people in the city have been dying out throughout the U.S. But his baseline or throughout the world, his main base is in Jump City. And since his main base is there, the Teen Titans try to take care of him, and they discover him maybe in season 2 sometime, and that's when they stop him. We're not going to have his whole daughter situation at all. I don't really care for it. And we're not going to have his daughter. It's just not, you know what I mean? Whatever. It's going to be, again, you need episodes where they do fuck all and they just hang out and they argue and they have fun and they go party and da 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 da, and somebody gets jealous of somebody doing something. You know what I'm saying? And then how do you bring in Cyborg? Cyborg is brought in just because we're gonna have Beast Boy talk about him throughout, like, oh, my best friend is gonna go, and eventually he's gonna go visit his best friend in the Doom Patrol, and and we find out where he lives, the Doom Patrol and stuff like that eventually. And Cyborg is going to join to help them deal with tech issues and stuff like that, because it's like, oh, Robin is doing it, but it's hard, like, you know what I'm saying? Batgirl is never going to want to join because she's like, nah, I like being in Gotham. My dad is in Gotham. I want to stay with my dad. Da da da. He's a commissioner. Da 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 da. And you're just going to have these things happen. Like sometimes they have a birthday party, and that's where you meet a lot of these characters. Like Batgirl pulls up on a birthday party. Let's say Dick Grayson's birthday party is like episode 5 or 6 or some shit, and that's when he pulls up. And then that's why at the same time Beast Boy goes, oh, one of my friends, I have to get him, and he goes visit the Doom Patrol, and he comes back with Beast Boy, and you have that conversation with the Doom Patrol, and maybe you can even have a simultaneous show of the Doom Patrol happening, so that it makes the thing more seamless. So I'm almost creating like a universe, you know what I'm saying? A universe, yeah, like a TV show universe, like the Arrowverse, except it's gonna be the Titanverse, and it's going to be better. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be like the beginning of that, except it gets better. I think budget actually kind of fucked them as well. To be fair, I think if they had like HBO Game of Thrones budget, these shows would have been a hell of a lot better. But I'm not going to have it be too episodic, where everything gets solved in an episode. It's going to be more Game of Thrones in that type, where it's like a long-term storytelling. So people are going to have to be a bit more patient, because rarely things will get solved in a single episode. You know what I'm saying? Dramas and arguments and stuff might carry on for episodes. It might be detrimental to missions and stuff like that. And they do have missions. They all have roles in the team, and that's one of the things they're going to be solving in season 1 as well, is how to best distribute themselves, because there's quite a bit of them, and everybody's kind of doing their own things, and it's kind of like, yo, okay, guys, look, you know what I'm saying? This is what we should do. This is what we should do. This is what we should do. And I think Robin is going to fall into that leader role naturally. He's going to be the one kind of taking the lead anyway. But it's kind of going to be. It's never really going to say Robin is a leader, but like, you know what I'm saying, team captain is Robin. And it's going to be more obvious as the show goes on and stuff like that. But that's kind of my baseline idea, and like I was making it up as I was going. Just it's something I've thought about before, so it's not like I completely made it up. But like in terms of the characters and stuff like that, I didn't fully think that through until I was making the video. I wanted to kind of feel natural, you know what I'm saying, as I came up with it. I'll talk about season 2 maybe another date, but I think season 1, I think I've covered quite a lot that could be happening simultaneously to keep it going. But I definitely, again, want episodes where they go traveling. They you know what I'm saying? Let's say they find a lead about something and they go. And not all of them go, because some of them have to stay to protect the city at all times. So that episode could just focus on... It will be split in focusing on the people that stay versus the people that went. So the people that stay could have a chill day because not really much is happening in the city. Or they could have a crazy day where crazy shit is happening in the city and stuff like that. And the Justice League are going to avoid helping them. Just because, people are going to die anyway, and they know these kids are the future of heroing, and if they keep holding their hands, they're never going to be able to take over and save the world if the Justice League is ever missing. So Batman actually tells them that, like, we can't be interfering. People are going to die, but people die all the time, even when we're there. So we have to trust them to be able to do this, because again, Batman is the one that has had kids sidekicks and stuff like that. So he's going to, and Superman is going to oppose him. And until Superboy becomes a thing, and then I think he's going to kind of understand Batman's stance more. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to have all these things happening, but you're never going to really meet Batman and them in costume. I'm going to have them mainly have conversations in regular clothes. I'm going to have that friendship of Bruce Wayne and Clark Kent. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have Dick Grayson meet them in a coffee shop type shit, and they have a conversation. He's like, I'm struggling here. I want it to be like that type of real relationship focused thing. But what do you guys think? What would you guys change about what I'm pitching? How would you guys go about talking about it? I think I'm going to do more of these type of videos, because honestly, I don't know. I find myself losing interest in a lot of things when it comes to doing reviews and readings and stuff like that. And I think this is stuff I always have ideas on. So I think I'm gonna maybe do 2-3 videos a week maximum, but they're going to be long like this, and I'm going to try to indulge a lot into them. But if you want me to do like a video essay on it, where I do a full thing on it, and if this gets like, I don't know, let's say 15 likes, I will do that, no problem. Comment it down below, like you want a full actual script and shit, then I'll do that, no problem. But yeah, it's been your boy Supreme Cheer the God. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. If there's any show characters that you think you would like, let me know. If this gets 10 likes, 5 likes, whatever, I will do season 2 maybe next week. And if not, I'll probably still do season 2 eventually. But I'll probably just move on to another show, another pitch, another thing, and then do that. But anyway, it's been your boy Spring Cheer to God. Make sure you live, like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.